Jacob Kushner. I did the MA program in politics here at the Columbia Journalism School, and now I'm working as a freelancer in East Africa and the Caribbean. Sometimes when editors are busy and you're working for different publications, you don't get the same depth of editing that you can get from a program like this. So when Columbia offered me the chance to have professors and classmates for a year just really critique my work and help me improve it, I thought it was just an excellent opportunity to get better at what I love doing. I think often journalists, we just look to quotes from the experts and that sort of thing, but the experts write books, the experts have experiments and all sorts of things. And so it was really cool to see how we can draw from that to produce a more in-depth sort of reporting on any subject and offer editors and publications something that other journalists maybe aren't. I came into the program knowing that when I left, I wanted to go somewhere new. I had been in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and I knew I wanted to try out somewhere in Africa. I had studied Africa in school, and it was time to get there. And it worked out really well. When I graduated, I was able to get a fellowship that sent me to Nairobi. In that period of time, I was able to really ground my feet in an entire new place, make contacts, make sources, and really get a sense for what the news was out of an entire new region of the world. And since reporting there's been all sorts of ways in which I've used the thinking that I learned at Columbia. So instead of, just pitching whatever the big news event is, a terrorist attack, that sort of thing, I've been able to find different ways to look at it. 2 weeks after I arrived in Kenya with the Associated Press, there was a terrorist attack that made national headlines. Al-Shabaab had taken hostages at a shopping mall in Nairobi. I was covering it for the Associated Press. I was a fellow there at the time. And there was, the usual kind of breaking news coverage, a pack of journalists from all over the world, all trying to sound sort of authoritative about what was going on, but all knowing very little. And eventually what I was able to do is get away from the pack, go back to the computer and start doing research. Who are the experts who have written on Al-Shabaab and who has predicted that Al-Shabaab would expand more and start committing attacks in Kenya? And so through that, I was able to produce some pieces for companies that I work for that really looked at why this was happening. Not just the breaking news, not just the fact that terrorists are holding hostages in a mall, but how we've gotten to this point to help readers understand that background a little bit better. That's something that came directly from the politics seminar in the MA program, learning how to step back and look at the bigger story and knowing how to consult research and consult experts to really put a different spin on an important news story.